Welcome to the lecture for radios only. So, for the closed economy, if we talk about the output, that is equals to consumption plus investment plus government expenditures, and if we talk about laissez-faire, that there is no government intervention, this is zero. So we can say that S equals to I. So if we talk about the capital profit, so it will be total revenue minus total cost. So we denote profit by pi, and total revenue is the price into uh, quantity, and minus here it is W and labor plus R into K, where W is the wages of labor and L is the number of labor and K is the amount of capital and R is the interest rate. So in order to increase the profit, the capitalists, what will they do? They will just reduce the wages of labor. So this is the major scheme of the capitalists to earn, to reap more profit from the poor. So you can see that they earn more profit and the poor people will earn less. So in 1776, Adam Smith wrote a book, Invisible Hand. According to that the market do not require any type of intervention. It can it is on equilibrium, so it can make changes according to itself. So there is no output intervention of government is required, because there are invisible hand. If anything happens, they will they will automatically adjust the market system. So you can capitalism is totally based on the commodification. Let us talk about the economic resources. So land, they are uh, labor, and the capital, entrepreneurial ability, and entrepreneurship. So what are resources and how? What are their payments? So land, it is represented by T, and the rent take dot R. The labor is represented by W. The resource payment will be wages, that is W. K denotes capital, and the resource payment will be interest, that is small. And ability ability is denoted by E, and profit will be denoted by pi. So Karl Marx in 1898 published this article that fetishism of commodities, it is like religious fetishes. It is the product of human brains that appear as independently living being entering into the relation both with one another and with human beings. In world of commodities, it is the same, the product of human hands, a fetish which adheres to the product of labor as soon as they are produced as commodities, and which therefore inseparable from commodity production. So what it basically says that in capitalism market system, they just commodify every human emotion. So you can see that for in Johnson and Johnson, what is advertising is that giving your baby the best is caring about your every little thing. So uh, every mother wants to give the best kid, so people will think that they should buy this Johnson and Johnson in order to give the best care to their child. So they sell, they commodifies the human emotions. It, and you can see that the commodification of love in dove also, that did you know that the baby's skin loses moisture 5 times faster than your skin? So in order to give the best moisture to the child, you should use the. So the capitalist economy order was threatened by its inherent contradiction. The virtue of private ownership of the instrument of production was supplanted by its vices. The specter of communism was haunting it in many parts of the world. Men interested in renewable activities which require the motive of money making and environment of private ownership for their full fruiting were in search of an alternate economy that could not bring the state ownership of the Keynes 1960 general theory. The socialist system arguably solved the problem of unemployment. So these were the problems that the inequality gap was widened and the private ownership, so they reap the profit for their own and for the full fruiting, they enjoy the full fruiting where the poor were not able to uh, get those luxuries which was consumed by the rich peoples. So the socialist state system came into the existence, which arguably solved the problem of unemployment. Is the arguably means in theoretical way it solved the problem of unemployment, but it was supposed that they did not expense the efficiency and the freedom, but uh, the unemployment was problem was solved at the expenses of the efficiency and the freedom of the people. A complete socialist ideology was not politically acceptable, rather than a complete type of government intervention was advocated for. So in Kerala, you can see that this Kerala's red wall stands strong. So, despite of having the almost 100% of literacy rate in Kerala, you can see that the unemployment rate in Kerala is almost 12%, and the social government said that it can bring the unemployment rate down, but in the actual life it was unable to bring the unemployment rate down, and you can see that it is higher than the average unemployment rate of India. So let us talk about socialism government also trying to bring the unemployment rate down. Now we talk about communism. So a political social economic system where the government controls everything, making sure that all get what they needed. More extreme form of socialism. It is in Cuba, North Korea, Vietnam, China, Laos. Now you can see that government is in the total power. So uh, you can see that they ordered this woman to just ex, this man to exterminate her. So he's going to kill him. There are no human rights for them. There is also strong opposition against the North Korea that stop genocide in North Korea. North Korea is in a severe food crisis. People are eating grasses under the communism government. There is a food shortage, and how people are marching against them. If we talk about, we earlier said that they brought unemployment rate down, but you can see that in North Korea it didn't happen, and in Kerala also it didn't happen. But in China, uh, it happened. But what on the cost of the freedom? According the Chinese government estimates that 400 billion birth were prevented by one-child policy. So couples do not have the freedom of their private life. Uh, they can't take the decision of having the second child. That is also decided by the government that uh, how many child should be there in each family, in each couple. So you can say that okay, the problem is solved, but they do not, the population do not have any common rights, and they don't have freedom over their personal and private life. So, and you can see that one in 19 around 1960, the North Korea attacked South Korea, and what is the now the annual per capita of income of this country? In South Korea it is $33, and in the communist North Korea it is $1,800. So there is a huge gap. So communist government also fell in North Korea, and you can see that the death rate data is also in North Korea. So uh, we can say that socialist government also failed to bring to solve the economic problem. So we end our lecture here.